YouTube, what is going on? Today's video we'll be tackling Bitcoin and Litecoin. I'm not gonna dig too in depth with these technical analysis videos. Coming back, but we're not gonna go too in depth and confuse you all. We'll keep it pretty self-explanatory. So I'll go ahead and explain to you what's happening with these current fractals, why this is printing out the way it is, and what you should be expecting in the next coming weeks and possibly months. So right here we have our absolute top back from 2017. We have our 2021, and we have our most recent peak at 2025. All right, the way this market predicts where the bottom will be is basically, and according to previous history, again, this is just using our basic fractal method, it usually goes back for a back retest of the previous high. So looking at the current time frame, current market structure, this would take us to approximately this zone right over here for the next bottom, give or take. All right, so I do expect some kind of final liquidity hunt. This would set up for a nice fake out to the downside. A lot of people are going to be shorting. Stops are going to be here at 60,000 and $500 mark, and then from such level I expect a further surge similar to what we had back in 2022 all the way to 2025. Where's the peak gonna be exactly? Let's just first get the bottom, figure out where this bottom will be. Once we get more confirmations, we'll go ahead and analyze our next peak. Cool. So this right here is Bitcoin against the USD. Let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin is a sleeping giant. Holy. I mean, what's happening right now is basically an accumulation zone, similar to what happened back in 2019 to around 2020. All right, they're not going to print exactly the same. Right here, we had a double bottom. Right here, there's a possible that it does look like a double bottom, honestly. Could be a double bottom. But this phase right over here is an accumulation phase, guys. This is where smart money, smart investors are accumulating Litecoin at this range, around $52 zone. In most simple terms, anywhere within this green range is smart money accumulating. We had that back here, and our target, give or take, should be at 213 and upwards of 2.618 fib level at 213 and $321. You're looking at approximate gains of, give or take, 300% to 540%. When will this happen? I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody's a psychic out here predicting with their crystal ball. But what we do know is market will head up to these targets. Duration and time of when it might happen, that's unpredictable. Nobody can predict time. So we might just, go for a nice accumulation zone in the next couple of months, years, weeks, and even days. Nobody knows. But what we do know 100% is that 213 is our next target and $321. All right, the longer we are in this accumulation phase, the more time we have to accumulate, and the stronger that this market will head up. All right, it's going to be squeezed. All right, buyers are going to be tired of waiting, and it's just going to get squeezed smaller and smaller, and it's just gonna pop, similar to what happened to GameStop and other stocks out there. So very exciting days, very exciting months and years ahead. I hope you all enjoyed this video, gave you some kind of insight of what's happening with Litecoin and Bitcoin. If you guys are enjoying these videos, make sure you hit that like button. goes a long way. Without further ado, I'll see you all in the next video.